Welcome back to What's Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. C'est un AMX ton premier prototype. That's my bastardization of the French saying this is an AMX 30 first prototype. Now it's located on the north spawn of Steppes under the command of River Beastie. And battle has started. Well, what can I tell you about this tank? Well, it's the tier 9 French medium and it's quite fast, 65 kilometers an hour forwards, and it can carry a 105mm gun, which makes it very, very potent, but the armor is absolutely terrible. And the reason for that is obviously they made the armor light because they thought that any tank that gets hit is going to get wiped out by an anti-tank missile. And therefore, what's the point in making the armor strong? You might as well just make it weak, and then you'll be able to scoot around the battlefield really quickly and take out the enemy. And you can see River Beastie's found an enemy. It's a Skoda T50, and that's one with an autoloader. Now he's in a non-autoloading tank, fires a round in, and he does get some damage on spotting, but not actual damage from his gun. Oh, takes around from the Calibre Action 10. Has to pull back. Those are both heavies just around the corner. One of them's an IS-3A. He's having a look to see what's behind him. His colleagues are way, way, way back, and he's calling for them to come because he's trying to hold this front all on his own. But the AMX 30 is a very good little medium tank. It's a very fast flanking tank. And he's got the 105mm gun, which has got alpha damage of 390 hit points if he can hit the target. Okay, Skoda. Yeah, gets around in. It's the high roll, 398. And the Skoda's wiped out immediately afterwards, so that's a good round. Okay, that Action 10 is looking to put a round into him. And I think he's going to try and sneak one in. Yes, he does, and he gets a good round in. 412, it's a high roll. Looking to do the same again. Yes, gets hit again, but it's a low roll this time. 354. If he can keep it immobilized by firing through the front drive wheel. Oh, Calibre Action 10 knows he's going for the cupola, but that he misses the fact that he's actually was going for the kill shot. And now we've got the IS-3 by the side. He's not paying attention, and we've immobilized him by firing through his rear wheel. And can we get another one? Yeah, into the engine bay. 354, but he doesn't get a fire. Can we go for another? Yes, gets the kill shot. 261, he's out the game. So he's dealt with 2 enemy heavy tanks personally, and now he's going to try and deal with this Type 5 heavy by the rear, would you believe it, with standard rounds, and he's getting them through. 400 hit points. Amazing, he's penetrating, and the Type 5 has gone down. Wow. Really efficient work. He's got 2 kills and already got 2.7k of damage and 1.5k of spotting. Or 1.5k of assistance, I should say. Okay, Tiger 2. Yes, nice round, 426, high roll. Now, we change positions. Remember, this is a flanking medium, so it's fast, it's agile, it moves around the battlefield, picking off targets of opportunity, hitting them hard, and then disappearing before they can do anything about it. Okay, we've got a Bosch 155 up there, so we'll need to be careful. That tank destroyer can belch out shells quite heavily against any enemy it comes up against, and he doesn't want to get hit by bats. We've got a Batchat 12 ton, a light tank over there. He's trying to get a shot on target, but it was moving too quickly. What about that Tiger 2? Looks like he's in the dip. Yes, there he is. And a nice round into his rear, but we take a round for 328 in return, but we can fire back before he does, and yes, gets one in for 363, but it's a low roll. Okay, so he's going to go up the middle, and I think he's got company now. He's got a Skoda T50 and a T10 with him. Was it? No, it was a trying to look who it was. It was a 110, sorry. But he's now facing off against a Borsig. Took a round from a T30 for 744. It's left him on only 306 hit points, so he's now very, very vulnerable. He's got 4k of damage, but really he could be taken out with a single shot. And that T30 or the Borsig could do it straight, like just immediately. Almost straight away. Fires one in on auto aim. Gets it into target. Can he get a second one in? Just loading. Now. Oh, misses target. It's a 7.18 second reload, but it just wasn't on target that time. And there's the T30. We can see him now. He's up in that cliff. That's why I couldn't spot him earlier. He sniped at him from the cliff top. Very difficult target to dislodge. It's a pity we don't have... oh, we do have Arty, actually. We could call the Arty in to deal with that T30. To give him some HE medicine. Call the Arty doctor. Well, nobody's doing anything yet. We have got a GW Tiger, so he could dislodge that T30 very easily. Well, Progetto's got a round into him. And another. And another. So he's put 3 rounds into the T30 and he's pulling back to reload. We've got Oho moving up. And the T30 I think is moving now. Yep, he's going. There he is. He's in the open. And we get one into his engine bay. 368's low roll, but we can get another one in. 7 seconds and... Yes, gets the kill shot. And that potentially the high caliber as well. 4.8k of damage so far. Okay, there's a ship on over there, the FB4005 Stage 2. Well, I think he's going to go around to get to it. So, yes, that Bosch is there as well. Doesn't really want to get hit by that 183mm gun. Okay, I think he can sneak up on the FB4005 now. Yep, because he's looking in the wrong direction. Hello! Bang! That hurts. That was a high roll. And the FB4005 tries to run away and gets taken out by the Skoda T50. The Bosch is just around the corner now. Is he looking this direction? Will's using his pivoting his view to actually get it. Oh, he gets around into the front drive wheel. And the Bosch is killed. And that's the end of the game. That was very nice indeed. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats for this one. It's an ace tanker, and not only an ace tanker, but it's his first ace tanker in the AMX 30 first prototype. He also managed to pick up a 5 for effect for doing more damage than the hit points through his own vehicle, a spotter badge for getting at least 1,000 hit points of spotted damage during the battle, a duelist badge for taking down 2 tanks who did damage to him during the battle, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 12. And then came to the epic medals. He managed to get a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the battle, a Confederate medal for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team, and also a tanker sniper medal for getting the most damage at a distance of at least 300 meters. And the win rate for that game was 9973, so it's very, very high. But he was moving fast, using the abilities of this tank to flank the enemy and then put rounds into them. But it was a very good demonstration of how the AMX 30, even with its light armor, can still be very effective. If we look at the team score, we can see he was top of the table, 5626 hit points of damage. The next highest scorer was the Wizzy 1115A with 5189, and then we have to look to the enemy team, the FB4005, who managed 3943 hit points of damage. When it came to kills, it was the Wizzy 1115A who managed to get 4 kills on his team, but the high scorer was the ship bomb. The FB4005 managed 5 kills in total, and I'm afraid River Beast, he only managed to get 3 on that one. But when it came to base XP, he was right at the top of the table again, 1,597 base experience points. The next highest scorer was the Whizzing 111.5A with 1,039, then the Progetto 46 with 927. He fired 20 rounds. He got 17 direct hits and 16 penetrations, damage of 5,626 hit points, of which 1,697 were at more than 300 meters. He received 3 hits from the enemy and all 3 were penetrations. Just goes to show this armor is dreadful, but so long as you protect yourself, then you should be okay. Don't try to go toe to toe, face to face, and try and slug it out with an enemy tank, because every shell they fire will just go straight through. He spotted 4 enemy vehicles. He damaged 9 of the enemy, but killed 3 of them, and did damage assistance of 2,436 hit points. And on the credit side, he earned 89,622 credits, got 44,811 for completing the mission and events, and his total came to 134,433. And after repair and ammunition resupply, and remember he used standard ammo throughout, he actually ended up with 97,498 credits for that one battle. He also picked up 3 bonds for getting the Confederate, the Tanker Sniper, and also the high caliber. And he also picked up 2,395 XP, times 2 for the first victory, 958 for completing the mission. Total came to 5,749 experience points. What I liked about this battle was the fact that even though River Beastie was on his own over on that corner, holding back the enemy on that corner, and he was holding back 2 very dangerous heavy tanks, the Centurion, the Calibre Action 10, and that IS-3A, he still managed to keep his cool and pick them off one at a time. He used a technique by actually forcing one of the enemy to change their position. The Action 10, if he hadn't actually changed and gone up that slope to look around the corner rather than staying low, both of those tanks would have stayed low trying to shoot at him. But by going up the slope and around the corner, he made the IS-3 focus on staying where he was on that corner, whilst the Action 10 turned around and tried to engage him, and that gave River Beastie the chance to take them down one at a time, and it worked very nicely indeed. It also helped that he got rid of that Skoda T50 first, because if he hadn't put that round into the T50, then he wouldn't have got such a quick kill from his teammates on that one, and that stopped him sniping at range. But getting rid of the Action 10 allowed him to then get rid of the IS-3, and that opened up that side of the battlefield for the rest of his team, because after that happened, it was only a matter of killing off that Type 5 Heavy, and they were away, and the battle was effectively won. I know there was other fights going on the other side of the map, but really this battle centered on the mediums being able to gain control of the east side of the map and then use that to punish the enemy in their own cap area. And I think he did it very effectively indeed, and it's certainly one tank I'm going to look forward to when I get to tier 9. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.